Welcome, my Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a third one in progress. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace, and there is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace, and a link in the description box that if you click it, you can preview a good chunk of the first part of it for free, including the table of contents, and you will see that it is primarily divided into chakra chapters. This is a chakra dense read. 6 out of the 8 cards are about chakras, so you might find it helpful. It's a lovely book. Saved my life writing that book. The only place to find the original version of Words of Grace, as well as the only place to find Spell Ingredients, is over on patreon.com/drawing the circle, my membership platform. I love it over there. In the digital shop, it's all there. Right? All of my stuff is there with new stuff coming. Some of my subscribers get those ebooks as well as audios and videos, and there are now free previews for the audios and videos. Anyone can check them out, and anybody can shop in the store. But the majority of my subscribers do get 3 benefits in common. They get a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. Did it this morning. It was really, really good. We chat about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way. And it's the wisest way for me to start the day, considering what I do with 24/7, 365 as a professional witch. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship stuff based, like the Path of True Love readings, which are gargantuan. Most of the extended readings are over an hour. They also get an extensive discount when it comes to booking me for a private session, a spiritual counseling, or a reading. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. And I love it. You can follow us for free, putting out more content for the free followers, though the subscribers get to see that too. You can even 7-day free trial us if you like. So do click the link, check it out, go look at the menu. We got a lot of cool stuff and a lot of new stuff coming. And come play Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hi. Hey, my beloved Capricorns, I know you're so serious, but you know, I learned a long time ago, never take yourself too seriously. You can be serious about all sorts of stuff, but never take yourself too seriously. That's why my guides call me the fun one, and that's why I get, you know, I got my Akashic Records library card reactivated in this life, and that's why my readings are so freaking accurate. But I don't take any credit for that. I just do what I do. So let's do some explanation, and then we'll get into the divination. The intention of this series has changed a little, though the format has not. So let me explain a little bit for the new Capricorns and the crosswatchers. So the path of true love is your hero's journey, your healing journey, your path of spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, through all of your relationships in this lifetime. We all agreed to do certain things when we came in here. Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace, MYSS, the PhD. Great big help there. Wonderful work there. And I know everybody wants their true love match. Maybe you've already gotten your true love match. That is the romantic sexual viberino. My guides are very, very clear that everybody has one, but they don't always incarnate at the same time as we do, calling us forward from the other side. But they also make it radically clear to me that every relationship in your life is preparing you for that true love experience, right? The truth of the third eye, the love of the heart chakra, and the willpower of the throat chakra to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in all of your relationships, and only you can do that. That's what we have to do individually. So we're going to do this with 8 cards. Like I said, chakras. We're going to use Daughters of the Moon Tarot. For the heart, throat, third eye, crown, the internal feminine goddess energy, whatever you want to call it, that maybe you share with the outside world, maybe you don't. Those will go down, face down, past, present, future in a simple timeline. We'll then look at the lower 3 chakras, the masculine yang dynamic, looking at yourself from the outside. Maybe you from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things in which you have relationships with in the physical world, past, present, and future. But because it is a cross-watcher read, we're finding more and more that there's a lot of mirroring. So it might be both outside in and inside out. We'll get 3 of those face down, then, and we will flip them past, then present, then future. That's 6. Our 7th card will be a Whisper of Love from the Whisper of Love Oracle by Angelo, one of my favorite oracles. And yes, there are romantic cards in this deck. So the voices of the higher selves of all involved, that one is consecrated to, and we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because it's all about healing, right? And we have free will as to what we want to do, right? Whether we want to heal or not, it's all perfectly planned or whatever, but we do have the free will to jump to a more golden, loving timeline, what I call the golden true love timeline, the paradise timeline. I call it different things. It's all the same thing. And we take all of our loved ones with us, but we cannot violate other people's free will, because everybody's got their choice of how they want to play out their contract. So that's what these readings are for, to help you be the true love that you are. And that's just going to shift this planet to a better place. Look, at the time of this recording, we just survived the total eclipse, okay, in April 2024. So let's see what we can do to help the planet. And I am a Virgo, 4 planets, 2nd house, so I do love me some Capricorns. They're a good counterpoint to my celestial goofiness as a witch. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise I will do my best to help anybody navigate the golden true love timeline. I've been doing these readings for a long time for clients. We'll talk about that at the end of the video too. And the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So won't you join me? Ready? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, 3 cards in, clarity, face down, past, present, future, simple timeline for the Capricorn collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers. Where have they been? Heart, third eye, crown. In the timeless true love timeline. Where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. Heart, third eye, crown. And where are they headed if they just do their best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions for this timeless true love timeline read? Okay, we'll get these next 3 face down, and then we'll start flipping past, present, and future. Please take a nice deep breath. My God's override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 3 cards in, clarity, face down, outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world. Where have the Capricorns and the cross-watchers been? In the timeline, lower 3 chakras, where are they now? Point of power is always in the present moment. And where are they headed if they just do their best, right? They don't got to cross every T and dot every I, although we are talking about Capricorns here. Making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in this timeless true love timeline reading. Let's see. Wow, okay. Got a major arcana card, but we'll do that second. We're going to start with a court card here. This is Chantico, the mother of flames. That would be the queen of wands, Leo. Literally, she puts the author, the creator of this deck, Fiona Morgan, literally puts the sign on the card, creative cardinal fire. Now I will say, fire element usually in a chakra read is throat chakra, right? Spit, swallow, or chew. Nothing wrong with chewing on it. Sometimes you spit it out, meaning you take action. Sometimes you're like, not now, right? Later. We'll do that later, right? You just swallow it. But it is creative, and 5th house dynamic, Leo, is creativity and good fortune. So if you have any planets in the sign of Leo. Just have a look at your chart, even if you don't have a look at your natal chart, and see what house it's in. Like, I am Leo rising. This is not a Virgo read. Like I said, I'm a Virgo, but that would certainly talk about the choices, the creative choices. And fifth house is lovely. It's fun. It's pleasurable, right? It's like, and I've got a kitten. If you look at the thumbnail, you can see my 3 boys, my 3 black cats. I love them so much, right? And we're having a field day with that kitten. He's a little crazy. He's a Sagittarius. But what I love here is you have got the Emperor here. Now, the Emperor Major Arcana card, any Major Arcana card when I'm doing a chakra read like this, usually indicates that all the chakras in that zone, in this case, the lower 3 chakras are all working in unison. And this is the Divine Masculine card, the husband, the father, but it has nothing to do with biological gender whatsoever. It is the combination of all the kings in the tarot, right? All the cardinal signs. So very creative. So this could be you being the boss. Who's the boss? You the boss, right? And Capricorn, of course, is cardinal Earth, a king of pentacles. So there is something here. Now, again, outside in, inside out, you could even look at that as a place in your life. I find Major Arcana to be more like archetypal places. Like you say, oh, I was in a good place, I was in a bad place, I was in a happy place, a sad place, whatever. But definitely creative and a very solid foundation, regardless of who this may pertain to. Let's see where you are now. Okay, now just keep in mind, this is Zeus, and he's coming up again in a minute, but you got the 4 of Blades on the inner. Written on the card is the word deception, and usually it is self-deception, but don't be hard on yourself about that. Most of us are taught that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but if the planet turns on an axis, as ours does, spoiler alert, no, it doesn't. It just looks that way. But I will say, even though it looks very much like the 2 of Swords in traditional Rider-Waite-based tarot, there are 2 swords crossed underneath the bench that she is sitting on while she is blindfolded. Now, does this mean you are being deceived? Maybe, but it is also a card of mental rest, right? Very third eye, and maybe you're not talking about this stuff. Maybe it is third eye. If you do have a sense that you are being lied to or deceived, gaslit, or whatever, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because you got the Ace of Wands here, Zeus issuing the hero's journey for Jason and the Argonauts to retrieve the Golden Fleece. So aces are seeds of potential, so this could be a new desire, but I don't know that you're going to be acting on this right away. Something comes in. Aces are usually something coming from you to the world, or to you from the world. Maybe things are a little cloudy, so that 4 of Blades, that 4 of Swords vibe of meditation, introspection. See, the truth is that there is always a higher truth. I learned that from a Hindu avatar that I took a workshop with back in the 90s. It's always a higher truth, she said. Maha Kalki Avatara, wow, I remembered her name. And she's right, there always is a higher truth until you get to, total unity, and then there is no thought, right? So whatever is going on here, this is just a thing you are going through on the inner, right? Like minor arcana are things that happen, right? Not necessarily places or people. This is good, I like this. Let's see where you're headed. Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, here, where you're headed, if you just do your best on this, is the 7 of Pentacles. Written on the card is the word appraisal. Now, when you appraise something, you are assessing its value, right? Bought this house up in Saratoga Springs, right? And so we had to really assess, like, is it worth it? Is it the right place? All of that stuff. But on the inside, when you have an earth element in heart, third eye crown, we're not talking about, physical organs, but we are talking about wisdom that you have gained. So maybe if there has been a little shady, or just some beliefs in there that are not true, there's a difference between what appears true and what is truth, right? Truth is immutable. We're talking universal truth here. So an appraisal, a weighing of a situation. Is it practical? Is it healthy? That kind of stuff. With the Court card, the Knight of Cups, the Pisces card, mutable water. So maybe this is somebody trotting in, because all of the different knights move at different speeds. So the four speeds of horseback riding: walk, trot, canter, and gallop. This is trot, right? And carrying the Ace of Cups. This could be somebody new coming in. This could very easily be a romantic read. But this feels good. And that's why, you know, maybe in this Four of Swords, you get to this place of whatever. If it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. If it's not, it's not, right? Giving yourself a little break there. But then this Ace of Wands comes in. That might be a little trigger McTriggerson, right? So kind of look at, what is it that I really believe about all this stuff? But I will say, even if this is you from the outside looking in, I am a Virgo sun, but I am a Pisces moon. That could be me. And I do love Capricorns. Like I said, they're the perfect counterpoint for me. And plus I'm a Virgo, so we usually got some trining going on there. So I love this. I'm not really feeling that Four of Swords there, where you are right now, is horrible. I just think it's about introspection and really getting clear about what you want to do with this Ace of Wands. That could be somebody brand new texting you, right, or social media or whatever, and there's this, where'd this one come from? Just remember, everybody's got contracts to do in this life, and we're all here to fulfill those contracts, and the romantic sexual ones are the hardest. Let me say this before we go further. My guy's been saying over and over to me in the past couple of months that everyone has a true love match, but are they incarnate or not? We don't know. Maybe you've already manifested that. Maybe you've already met. But when that happens, one way or the other, I will see them on the other side, or they will be here. They're already here. And then we can't miss each other, right? We don't have to work so hard. We don't have to, make it such an impossible dream. Oh my God. I just Don Quixote us. Woo, Don Quixote. Let's ask the higher selves what they think about this and feel about this. Please take a nice deep breath, feet on the floor. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by the Capricorns and their cross-watchers to assist them in navigating the golden true love timeline of this lifetime for this timeless read? Practice compassion. Compassion is the combination of love and wisdom, and when you bring power to that, it's pretty amazing. See things from a different perspective. There you go. There it is. See things from a different perspective. That's pretty much about the present moment. So compassion, I'm not a Buddhist, but I've certainly studied Buddhism. I'm an eclectic witch, so I will take mystical truth wherever I can find it. So of course, the Taoism, the Eastern stuff has helped me a lot. I mean, as far as I know, my Celtic ancestors didn't know Sanskrit mantras, right? Just as an example. And yoga and all of that, Tuatha De Danann and all of that. They're more like, shields and swords. So how much compassion is needed on the planet right now? Everybody's got their pain, and people treat others the way they were treated until they heal a little bit. It's a journey. It is a hero's journey, the path of true love, and it ain't much of a hero's journey without demons, dragons, vampires, and villains, right? And we're all contracted to do that. And we're unconscious of it. And so we just react instead of respond. Reaction is like a reflex, right? It's automatic, but response is considered. So even the most toxic people in the world, if you can kind of align yourself, no matter who it might be, someone in your life, someone on TV, whatever, you can say, well, you know what, whatever pain they're in, may they be blessed, may they heal. That is compassionate. And sometimes you don't have to get more involved than that. So, seems like we got some serious healing here on the table with that practice compassion. It doesn't say perfect compassion, it says practice. So let's see what the Ascended Masters have to say, because, they all played this game and they all completed it. So, they know better. Please take a nice deep breath. And they see more, suddenly, still point. Oh, Ascended Masters override. Place for everything, and everything in its place. All it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist the Capricorn Collective and the Cross Watchers to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions that they can make in the golden true love timeline as they practice compassion to the best of their ability for this timeless true love timeline reading. Opening my mind, there we go. That Four of Pentacles, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Only you can allow you that, right? You wait for other people's permission, but I don't think they can go pound sand as far as I care. So opening my mind, very third eye. This is very much a present moment reading. So I'm going to read this from the bookie book because I can't remember all these words. I know all the mantras by heart though. I allow myself, that is a throat chakra thing, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you're no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. Isn't that nice, right? You don't have to be at odds with it. You can go with it. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. We got to stick a pin in that. 10th house Capricorn is highest potential, not just higher. There's always a higher potential, but your highest potential might very well be terrifying, right? Because this is just how it is. And I learned this from Caroline Myss decades ago in her book, Sacred Contracts. She said that we are afraid of our highest potential because we're afraid we will end up alone, right? Like we make the trek up the mountain, very appropriate, right? The mountain goat for Capricorns. And that it's just going to be us there. And I get that. I get that. I mean, I literally experienced that, right? Well, let me not get too happy and healthy because then there's nobody else to match me, right? But that's why allowing yourself to see beyond that is so key. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all wherever you happen to be. In the present moment, it feels like that as that Ace of Wands comes in. Maybe that is an Ace of Wands that you release out into the world. This mantra is ideal for ending the inner negotiation with the ego, right? It's like, it's all right. I'm gonna do the best that I can be and manifest my highest potential. And the ego's like, well, you know, but what if nobody gets it, right? Back and forth negotiating, unraveling self-sabotage, which everybody deals with, and confronting the inevitability of loss, because there is no gain without loss. Where would you be without an excretory system within your body? Right? You're gonna let that shit go, quite literally. So with all cards on the table, if you are new to my work, we always end these with a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation, a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it's just like super glued to my third eye now. And though I have no idea what's going to happen once I hit the record button, I really have no idea what's going to happen in the blessimation, because it is a total surrender to the divine. Call it channeling, aspecting, whatever you want. But please, one last time, at least for this reading, please take a nice deep breath. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to navigate the golden true love timeline, shifting them to a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life. In a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, considering they're coming from a place of internal creativity, pleasure, creativity, and good fortune. We're perhaps dealing with, or being, the Emperor here. All that cardinal energy here, the Spirit King, the combination of fire, earth, air, and water of the other four suits, because where they are right now is perhaps in a place of internal contemplation and mental rest, maybe some meditation. Maybe there have been some thoughts inherited through societal as well as family ancestral dynamics, but there is something new that is coming to them or from them issuing out in the world, and definitely that feels solar plexus. To pay attention to the solar plexus voices of intuition about their honor code, what they will, what they won't, what they do, what they don't, and their boundaries. Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, the planet of boundaries, because where they are headed is into a place of appraisal, a deep wisdom inside of them. Yeah, sure, only a 7, but can easily bring them to the 10 as they interact as or with some kind of Piscean vibe there, regardless of planets and astrology, because this is often considered the romantic knight who trots into the situation offering a cup of love. Regardless, may they be given all they need to practice compassion, seeing things from a different perspective, which makes sense as they open their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and ideas. And may they be blessed with the true love that conquers all, inner and outer, with the true love that heals all wounds, inner and outer, and for the true love that breaks all curses, societal, ancestral, past life, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. It's good. I wouldn't freak too much about that card, that you know, the one I'm talking about, that 4 of blades. Yeah, there might be stuff you don't see, but who sees everything all the time, right? That's the journey for you. And as a hero's journey goes, this feels really good, but it feels like there's a companion along the way there with that Knight of Cups, often considered the romantic knight. So if you found this reading helpful, please do hit the like button. It just shifts the algorithm and helps other people find the reading, and I appreciate that a lot. If you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, because I'm not stopping. I have way too much fun doing this. And certainly if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Malcolm, Patreon. I'm not stopping there either. I love me some Patreon. The digital shop is wonderful. All of my back catalog is there and new stuff is coming. My subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the digital shop is just the coolest thing right now. Like, I'm so excited as this new book that we're working on is going to really be giving me more inspiration. It's essentially the autobiography of my career, but it starts at my birth because I was born on a full moon, and that does make sense for a professional witch to include that in there. And certainly we're having so much fun. So click the link, check it out. And if you feel so intuitively drawn or even mildly curious, you can follow for free. Come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you could just call me Mal. I'll never take myself too seriously. Yeah, I'll just change my driver's license thing. Nope, not gonna do that. Mark Angelo Lyons is fine, thank you. And certainly if you would like to book me for a private session, spiritual counseling, or a reading, there's a video I did for my 25th anniversary of Drawing the Circle Productions, May 1st, 2023. I'm now doing this in 2024, and I didn't know I would be moving to Saratoga Springs. I was living in Holbrook when I made that video, but it is still up, and it is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Explains basically everything you need to know about booking me for a private session, but what's not in there is that I'm also available for readings and spiritual counseling at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street, Phila. So if you're local, you can book me there. You just call them directly. They tell me you booked. I come in and I read you, and then I come home, unless it's a fully packed day, because that does happen too. As well as I am now taking clients in my house. The office is set up upstairs. I've already had a client here, but I got to get to know people. But obviously the most usual way that I do readings with people is by video. So what I do is a Zoom call. So we book it. At the time of the booking, the reading, the spiritual counseling, I send my clients a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom, we record the whole thing so nobody has to memorize or take notes. It is a conversation. We're talking with each other. You watch the cards hit the table. I love it so much. At the end of the reading, I send them a link so that they can download that entire reading, no matter how long it is. They tell me they downloaded it, I delete it, because confidentiality is really important to me, because I have had my own confidentiality. You know, I was confiding in people, and, you know, the people do what people do. So no, I took vows to the divine to keep all of this work confidential, because it's nobody else's business, although the client can do whatever they want with that video. That's on them. And what else is that about it? Oh yeah, the most important thing I say in that video, Booking Private Sessions with Mal, which makes my mom laugh, so even when I make the new one, that one will stay up. I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there is a witch, there is a way. I'm a witch, so there is a way, but also live and let live, fairly take and fairly give, even if the agreement is pay it forward in some way to someone else. We have the conversation so that we are clear and ethical going into the reading. So click the video. Like, people say, how do I book you for a reading? I send them the video. A new one is coming, but no time in the immediate future. So yeah, enjoy this, my Capricorns. You're a wicked serious sign, but I love that. I love that. I love Capricorns. I've had a bunch of Capricorn boyfriends along the way, and I'm gay, by the way. If you couldn't tell, check the batteries in your gaydar. And by all means, wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed in the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, because you're helping this entire world become happier, healthier, wealthier, and wiser for the well-being of all. I love you. I believe in you. Just one step at a time. Make your way up the mountain, and I'm here for you if you need. Hang in there. I love you. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.